Hi, it's Pastor Paul L. Anderson here at the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, where we believe God's blessings never stop flowing. It is Triumphant Thursday. We thank God for the powerful ways in which He moves in all of our lives to give us strength from day to day. Today, I invite you to look with me at Psalm 138, verses 1 through 8. This is the Psalm of David. You know, the Psalms are so powerful. It is man speaking to God, thanking God for the wonderful ways He has blessed us. Remember, this is a part of what we call the wisdom literature. It is through and by the Psalms that we see the expression of all of us as humanity, speaking to God and giving Him praise and glory and honor, and recognizing His powerful deity and the wonder He brings in all of our lives. Today in Psalm 138, we find out it starts in the way that any and most Psalms start, and the way that you and I should start our day. I give you thanks, O Lord, with all my heart, and I will sing praises before the gods. Notice what he says. I will give thanks, O Lord, with my whole heart. This text reminds us that you and I need to give praises to God with our whole heart. You know, oftentimes in this world, you and I, we hold back, but God wants us to give it all that we have. You know, oftentimes we forget that God wants us to give Him the best, give Him all that we have. I remember as a child, we used to sing this song, give of your best to the Master, give Him the strength of your youth, clad in salvation's full armor, join in the battle for truth. You and I must learn to give God all that we have with all of our heart. He says, I will sing praises before the gods. Now, in this text, he has to remind himself there are other gods that people were worshiping, but he's going to sing praises to his God in the presence of everybody else. He wants them to know that he bows down into the holy temple of God and worships Him, because God and God alone is the one and the only true God. He is the one who is always faithful. He has unfailing love. He's the one who always is honored. He is the one who encourages us and gives us strength. He is the King of the entire earth. He is the one that allows us to have words that we can utter to give Him the praise. We must remind ourselves that our God is great. He is the Lord. And in the text, it spells Lord with capital L-O-R-D. That means He's referring to God in all of His majestic power. You and I must remind ourselves that God cares for the humble, and He's always making sure that we keep ourselves humble. In the world in which we live, we find so many people who are puffed up with pride. But this text reminds us God distanced Himself from the proud, but He surrounds those who are humble and those who are surrounded by trouble. When you and I live in a world like the one we live in today, we must remind ourselves that God is always looking out for us. God wants us to slow down. God wants us to watch our pace. And God wants us to give Him all the praise that is due His name. You know, He concludes it by, He says, "O Lord, your love, your faithfulness endures forever. And God, I know you never leave me." You know, you and I need to remind ourselves in the world in which we live, a world that is plagued with so much calamity, a world that is plagued with so much adversity, that God promises to always be with us. My brothers and sisters, I want to remind you that you and I, all we have to do is just say, Lord, I thank you. I praise you. And you'll find out that the victory will come in the praise. You are exceedingly and abundantly blessed. And I'll look forward to sharing with you again on tomorrow. And until that moment, take the Lord with you everywhere you go, and we'll talk to you again then.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for all of your gifts and donations that you've given to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. We thank you for what you've done in the past, what you're currently doing, and what you will do in the future. Your gifts and donations helps us to spread the gospel of Jesus Christ, not only locally, but throughout the world. Thank you again for your gifts, and may God continue to richly bless you. It is here at the Fountain that we believe that we are exceedingly and abundantly blessed, and may you receive those blessings that God has in store for you.